Today I'm teaching you how to make the best small batch blueberry jam you've ever tasted. And the best part is there's only 3 natural ingredients. There's no added sugar, no commercial pectin, and this homemade blueberry jam takes less than 15 minutes to make. So let's get started. First, we're going to want to go through our blueberries and pick out any shriveled berries or remaining stems. Then we're going to take those 2 pints of blueberries and add them to a medium to large size bowl. Next, we'll add enough clean water to cover them, and then we'll agitate them with our hands just to remove any dirt or debris. Now, I'm using organic berries because conventional berries are one of the dirty dozen, which means they're known to contain the highest amounts of pesticides on any fruits or vegetables. If you have to use conventional berries, you can dissolve 1 teaspoon of baking soda in 4 cups of water and then soak your berries for about 10 minutes. Just give them a good rinse under cold water whenever they're done soaking, and you should be good to go. Now we're going to place the plate into the freezer so that later, when we test if our jam will set, it'll be ready for us. And then into a heavy bottom pot, we're going to add our clean blueberries. Now today I'm using a Dutch oven, but you could certainly use a stock pot. Next, we'll set the heat to the lowest setting to start. And then we're going to add 1 tablespoon of lemon juice and stir it really well. This not only enhances the flavor, it also helps to set the jam. And it's what lowers the pH enough to prevent the growth of bacteria and mold, making our jam safe to eat and store. Now, a lot of recipes call for commercial pectin, but blueberries naturally contain pectin, and the acid in our lemon juice is going to activate it. Just make sure to use store-bought lemon juice because fresh squeeze can vary way too much in acidity. But store-bought juice has a reliable pH, ensuring that our jam sets properly every single time. So forget squeezing your own lemon. We'll put a lid on top and give it a moment to heat up and start releasing some of those liquids. You'll want to increase your heat so that everything starts to simmer. Later, we'll take off the lid and we'll allow some of those juices to evaporate so that we can really get the thickness that we actually want. This jam is going to cook down really fast, so please don't walk away. You're going to be doing a lot of stirring, and a rubber spatula will help you to remove any stuck-on bits and prevent your berries from burning. If it's sticking too much, you probably need to turn the heat down or stir more often. Now that the berries have softened and released their juices, it's time to add our sweetener. For this recipe, I'm using a half a cup of date paste. And while you could use 4 tablespoons of maple syrup or honey, I definitely recommend giving date paste a try. Did you know that date paste has 24 times more antioxidants than maple syrup? It also far surpasses honey, and sugar is void of any nutrients. And maybe you're thinking, that sounds great, but what the heck are antioxidants anyways? Well, antioxidants are like cell defenders. They fight off nasty villains called free radicals that come from things like pollution, UV rays, smoking, and even processed foods. And free radicals cause cell damage that makes us age faster and can lead to serious diseases like cancer, diabetes, and heart disease. So the more antioxidants we eat, the better. And date paste is the perfect source. Combine that with the antioxidants in blueberries, and we've created a powerhouse preserve that supports our health with every bite. Okay, from this point on, it's super important to keep a close eye on your jam and stir it often, because as it thickens, it becomes easier to burn. You see how it's thickening and it's taking longer for the gaps that our spatula creates to fill in? That means that the pectin is working and it's helping the jam to set correctly.
Dang, that's thick.
Thanks. Oh my goodness, this looks so good. Now we're going to take our plate out of the freezer, spoon a little bit of the thick liquid onto it, and then we'll put it back into the freezer for a couple of minutes. In the meantime, let's turn down our heat and keep stirring.
I got a sweet jam, blueberries in the pan. I got a sweet jam, oh, oh, oh. Stirring all the love in, no sugar but we're grinning. Yeah, I got a sweet jam, oh, oh, oh.
Okay, it's been a couple of minutes, so our jam should be ready to test now. So we'll go ahead and grab our plate from the freezer. Now, if the void fills in after we drag our finger through it, then it's way too thin and we'll have to keep cooking it a little while longer. But if the jam stays still or it moves very slowly, our jam is done. Jam! Now, if you like more of a blueberry compote with whole pieces, you're almost done. But if you like your berries broken down a little, you can use the backside of your spatula to gently press down on your berries. Now, you're going to want to do this really carefully because they're full of super hot juices. And the last thing you want is for them to burst and shower you in hot blueberry lava. Or you could use a masher. The same thing applies. Just gently mash your berries until you break them down to your desired texture. But if you prefer a smoother jam, you'll want to use an immersion blender. This gives you a lot of control too. You can pulse it a few times and leave some bigger pieces, or you can blend until you're left with a delicious blueberry sauce. Did you know that there's one thing that you could do to take your cooking to the next level? It's to subscribe right now so you never miss a video. Okay, so I have a preheated mason jar ready. I'm just gonna dump out the hot water and then I can fill it with my jam. I talk about why heating your jar is important to prevent thermal shock and how to do that in my strawberry jam video, so make sure that you watch that. Next, we're gonna grab a wide mouth funnel and immediately add our hot jam to our jar. We'll keep scooping until all of the jam is transferred from our pot into our container. Just be sure that you handle this jar carefully because it's gonna be super hot. Now, you should wind up with enough blueberry jam to fill up one of these 16-ounce mason jars and still have enough left over for a little snack. Now, we're just gonna gently tap our jar onto the counter to settle our jam and break up any large air bubbles. And then we can remove our funnel. And you'll wanna make sure that you leave at least a 1/4 inch of headspace up at the top of your jar so that you'll be able to seal it. And if you plan on freezing it, you're gonna wanna leave at least 1 inch so it has some room to expand as it freezes. In order to properly seal, the rim has to be completely clean. So we'll take a paper towel or a rag and dip it into vinegar, then wipe the rim of our mason jar to remove any excess jam. And as a bonus, this is also going to kill any lingering bacteria. Once that's done, we're going to place a new sterilized self-sealing lid onto the jar. And now we have a choice. This jam has a pH that's lower than 4.6, which means you should be able to water bath can it for a longer shelf life if that's what you want to do. But since we're only making one jar, I'd recommend using a mason jar vacuum sealer. This method takes the air out of the jar, slowing the oxidation process, and that extends the jam's shelf life. It also preserves the jam's flavor, color, and nutritional quality. Seriously, this is one of the best things that I've bought. I use it all of the time. I'll put a link to it down in the description and you can check it out. Now that our jam is sealed, we can screw on our metal band. Now we aren't done yet. But can we take a moment to appreciate how amazing it is to have a jam that's low in calories, has no fat, and 0 added sugar, and it still tastes absolutely delicious? Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Now we'll let our jam cool to room temperature, and this is important, so don't skip this step. It's gonna let our jam fully set and ensures that the lid seals properly. You'll just cover it with a towel and then leave it on your counter until it completely cools. After it reaches room temperature, we're gonna wanna check the seal. So we'll take the metal band off and then we'll press on the lid. Now, if it makes a sound or it moves up and down, it probably didn't seal correctly and we're gonna wanna use our mason jar sealer one more time. And don't forget to label your jar with the flavor and the date so you remember when you made it. If vacuum sealed and unopened, it'll last several months in the refrigerator. Once opened, it'll last for about 2 to 3 weeks, and if you vacuum seal it in between uses, it'll last even longer. If you're worried about being able to eat it in that amount of time, don't. You can always split your jam up into smaller jars, like these cute little 4-ounce mason jars. Yes. It'll last for about a year in the freezer. When you're ready to use it, just take it out and put it in the refrigerator and let it defrost overnight. Look at how delicious this jam looks, and it tastes even better. Whether you're spreading it onto your morning toast, using it in creamy fruit and yogurt parfaits, or pouring it over a hot stack of pancakes, one thing is for sure. You're definitely gonna need to make another batch. And while you're at it, you're gonna wanna make this one too, so go check it out.